Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. First up, Emanuel Augustus, who stands 5'7" tall with a reach of 68 inches. And he'll be facing Jono King Kong Carroll. He weighed 58.5 kilos, stands at 172 centimeters tall, and has a reach of 176.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
And here is Emanuel Augustus, former IBA light welterweight champion, the Drunken Master. Jono King Kong Carroll. This southpaw is the pride of Dublin, Ireland. You know you're in for a fight when you face King Kong.
This is going to be an intense standoff before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome the battle-ready Emanuel Augustus. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Dublin, Ireland, the southpaw contender, a junior lightweight world title challenger, King Kong, Jono Carroll.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth.
All right.
Heaven on earth.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They're both trying for a knockout. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Can't land that jab. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. Misses with the straight left. The counter lands. Swing and a miss with the jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The end may be near for Jono Carroll. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will
Get your focus back. Get that jab back.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
powerful counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. Nope, that uppercut does not score. So that left lands. The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. These two were made for each other. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. Well, there was
Thinking he was smart. He weren't long time.
and there's the bell for round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. That right hook catching air. A perfect counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
He misses with that straight left. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Those counter punches. This is not where Jono Carroll wants to be. That was going to be a knockdown at least.
What recovery skills they are. What a
very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Big, deep breaths. Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking with your body shot.
Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Miss with that jab. has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. You don't want to trade shots. Incredible work rate. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gap
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that. Not sure how serious that cut is, but the referee's going to take a good look at it. And the referee's going to allow them to fight. And he scores with the counter. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Jono Carroll stumbling and bumbling now. Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
Man, oh man, you know what? We've got to hope the referee doesn't jump in and stop it.
Good work, Al.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
I'm missing. Great work. Stay focused.
Here we go in the 6th round. Can it get any better? What a round we just saw.
Good work the last round. Be smart. Don't get too braggadocious. You'll get turned over and walk into a shot, and that's the last thing you want.
Beautiful counter punch. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
Look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain with a ball.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. An uppercut does not score. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Carroll in that last round. They're going to...
Big deep breaths.
And there's the bell for round 7. It's one of the best fights I've seen this year. Let's see if this round continues that incredible action.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. Down goes Carroll.
And that body shot folded in like an old T-shirt.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
We've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Punch himself out, though. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. How about that time counter shot? Augustus is clipped. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Carroll in that last round. Let's see how the game plays. Round 8, and we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Nice counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about Carroll in that last round. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
Cornermen, get your job done, do it right.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried up.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Just keep him on the end of that jab.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. They just gave us a great round. Let's see if they can do it again.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they had to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
Well done with that counter shot. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out?
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. This is not where Jono Carroll wants to be. Those counter punches have to hurt. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Some nice exchange. Did you see that? The end may be near for Jono Carroll. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Carroll in that last round. That cut is going to cause some problems. They might want to call a doctor over.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for their fighter?
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through.
It's round 10. What a fight it has been so far. Wonder what we're going to see in this round.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
There's a counter shot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Jab does not score. Holding nothing back here in the round. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. Catch and shoot. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Carroll in that last round. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
I hope they've got a good cutsman in that corner.
You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. What a round we just saw. Let's see what we've got in store for us here.
This is part of the game plan. You knew this was going to happen. Now you've got to stay still in your mind. You've got to think, right, don't get rattled. Don't get swayed by the...
King Kong is down. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Jono Carroll stumbling and bumbling now. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it.
Oh my God, Johnny! This is not where Jono Carroll wants to be. King Kong finally goes down. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
That's lights out right there.
Carroll in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing?
Right, let's be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it and ride it out. Go out there and...
When you go out there, just take the round off. Win the round on your jab.
You're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
On to the 12th. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slow. Hold that thought! The end may be near for Jono Carroll. And it appears and what else could they do but to take a knee here?
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Couldn't land that jab. They got out of the way of that right hook. Good counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.